Hey all, welcome back to Alicia's desk. News and updates. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Thank you. I'm so sorry I took an unexplained hiatus. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well as a few other interesting and cool facts. My cuter half isn't here right now because he's napping, but I did want to get this set up and get this out to you guys. So I really appreciate your patience. Thanks for hanging with me. It's been a crazy few months. So, as y'all know, I do actually own a metaphysical new age shop, and yeah, and I host psychic fairs and things like that. But so in July, a tornado hit the shop. No, I can't make this stuff up. I love writing, but yeah, no. Anyways, so and because of the damage, the people that own the building, they decided to sell, and they were like, "Hey, can you be out in 10 days?" And I'm like, "This thing has 2 floors and a basement. I'm a retail shop. I also have a lot of stuff." No, it's been 7 years since I moved in. I had a lot of stuff when I moved in. So, yeah, I told them, it's like if I want to go to the ER multiple times, with I'm going to be in traction, and they weren't too happy about that. But hey, what are we going to do? So it took a few months. It took about 2 months of physical moving because it was just me, Nicole, my friend Nicole, and my hubby, and sometimes my 8-year-old, and it was just a lot of other people had so much chaos going on in their lives. I understand, some people they were just they were doing their own thing, and that's them, but most of the good people had a lot of chaos. My dad did offer, but he was in no shape to do anything. So, and I was running tight on funds. So my mom and my friend Antoinette chipped in and hired me some mover guys toward the very end. And that was actually how we got finally moved in to the new space where actually I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the people that run it. I'm happy being there, everything like that. And yeah, just it's been a really crazy ride. And of course I was sick through most of the move, like really, really sick. So that was nuts. And then after the move, my back went out really badly, and I'm still recovering from that. It is hard to sit down anywhere for long points of time other than the recliner. So that was interesting. Had a couple writing deadlines that I could not let pass me by. And by could not let, I mean no, I had to make them. So that was crazy. That was very interesting. Lots of ice, lots of ibuprofen, lots of trips to my chiropractor. He told me whatever I did, I should never do it again. So yeah, that was fun. But um it did lend itself to some good stories, and we're in a much better place. So we're having a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of psychic fairs, in-house psychic fairs, and we're just, it's just been a really fun trip. Now, that all said and done, I'm finally starting to heal up. We've been moved in for about a month now. We're still slowly getting things out in the shop and getting everything together. And I put a pause on doing any more products, any more in-house made products, because I make a lot of my own stuff, candles, balms, you name it. And then I used to do a lot of the wire wrap jewelry, and Nicole's taken over a lot of that, and she does a lot of the wood burn stuff and all that. And so we kind of put a pause on it while we were moving and getting stuff ready, because originally I was just going to put the shop in storage because we didn't have any place to put it. And then I was approached by Merle Hay Mall, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come in?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." You know, um, I actually helped build up I was on the crew that built the Spencer's that was originally in Merle Hay Mall. So I was pretty spiffy about that. I was like, "That's cool, but you guys have a lot of rules." And they're like, "You're fine. we can negotiate. And I'm like, that's neat. Okay, cool. And so we did, and they've been awesome. And actually, my across the way neighbor has been absolutely phenomenal too. Her name is Chanel, and she runs like a little antique mall. And so I go in there every once in a while, and I get a little inspiration and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask her next time if I can take some pictures for some cover photos for my stories. But anyway, everybody's been super supportive and really, really nice. And the mall management is absolutely wonderful. But still healing up from the back injury. So taking it slow. Also, in other news, you guys all know Kindle on Amazon. It was a big thing, and I was working on a lot of writing through it. Well, they told all the Kindle authors that they had a month because they were shutting it. You cannot do any more updates after December 4th. And it was December 4th at 2:30 p.m. So I got in some updates on 2 of my stories. The Walt Gaines and Haunt You Later, I'm just going to have to update on my new server. It's Tapas. Now, you guys might be familiar with this from webcomics. I know that's how I became familiar with them. I love webcomics. They kill my eyes, but oh my God, they bring my stress down. It's absolutely wonderful. These guys are so amazing when they do the stuff. But Tapas also has a novel portion where you can publish a novel serialized. Same thing as Kindle Vella. I think Tapas has been doing it longer, though. But when I say serialized, think of it like how you always waited for your favorite TV series to come out, one episode every week. Same thing, but with a novel. So it's actually pretty neat. It's very, very cool. And I'm heartbroken, and I'm absolutely upset about Kindle Vella because I had a lot of plans and a lot of stories I wanted to do in serialized format. Actually, it's really awesome for writing. It fills out the story and just makes it so much richer and more cohesive. It just, the tapestry of the story becomes much more intricate. But Kindle Vella, I guess it wasn't doing well. To me, it was not well advertised. It was not well marketed, and it was not well explained. I also found out later that it was available primarily to Amazon Prime customers, which I don't feel was fair. But I may be wrong because a lot of my friends have had trouble getting into it, and they don't have Prime. So I may be wrong. I may be off on that. But from what I saw, I was very perplexed, very flummoxed about the whole thing because Kindle Vella is a wonderful version of it. It's a wonderful application. I absolutely love it. It's very high end, but it's, well, as of February, all of the stories will be gone. Kindle Vella will be completely gone. So from what I hear, everybody that has bought Kindle Vella episodes will still have access to the content and everything in their Kindle app readers, but basically Kindle just told everyone, okay, so we suggest you download it, make it into an ebook, and we're all like, what if the story wasn't finished? What if we had many more chapters to go? And they're like, oh, well, and I'm like, okay. And it had started getting buggy toward the end, so I figured there was something wrong with it. There for a while, a whole bunch of my episodes disappeared. Then they reappeared. I didn't get some email about verification. I literally didn't get it. I had to go and hunt for it. And then it came back online. And I'm just like, okay, what's going on, guys? Come on now. So as heartbroken as I am and as unhappy as I am about it, it has spawned something interesting. Because the stories aren't quite ready to be finished, I've decided to split each tale into 3 parts. Hopefully only 3. They, my stories do have a tendency to take on a life of themselves and grow organically. And I apologize, guys. My throat is really dry. Anyways, So I'm splitting it into 3, and they're between the moments books, while you're waiting books. So they're designed to be about 80 to 125 pages each. And there's something that you can read while you wait at a bus stop or in a stairwell, while your kid's napping, something like that, between the moments, between the obligations. And you know that that next part is coming up for you, you know? There's something you can just kind of relax and read, treat yourself with. So that's what I'm trying out, and I think you guys are going to love it. If Nicole and I can buckle down and get it done, we'll probably be putting some black and white illustrations within the books. Not a whole lot, mind you, but some, because you guys know I love the art aspect of it. And the neat thing about Tapas is they actually made me make covers for each one of my stories that I put up on there. Now I've got the Stranger Than Fiction Investigations 2, the Geometry of Family story up, and I'm slowly updating that because everything had to take a pause during this move. But I pulled it all off of Kindle, and I've copied it all off of Kindle, downloaded it, whatever you want to call it, and I'm slowly putting it up on Tapas. So I have that one. I have The Lady of the Lighthouse with some new chapters, by the way. And I've got Walt Gaines as well as Haunt You Later, and then the new one, A Case of Unfinished Business. And I'm going to be reading each of the first episodes to you guys on here sequentially over the next few weeks. So, and I'm probably going to drop back down to 1 story per week, just simply because, yeah, it's been a year. Yes, it has. The theme, though, is falling apart to fall into place, and I'm definitely going to be writing a story about that. Anyways, so Kinderella's going bye-bye. Tapas is coming in, and I'm going to screen share here in a minute. And then I'm going to be coming out with some shorter books about the stories, or featuring the stories, or, oh my God, I need more coffee, or more tea or something. So I'm going to be taking each tale and parting it out into triplicate. So you're going to have your beginning, your middle, and your end, but all in different books. So I'm actually really excited about this. I think this is going to be a wonderful format, and I think it's just going to be a lot of fun, you know? It's going to be something refreshing, something new. Anyways, all right, so here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can screen share this. And share screen, and boop. Maybe. Did that share? It did. Okay, so this is Tapas. I don't know if you can see me or not. You probably can't see the mouse. But anyway, the top is Tapas. Alicia's desk is what I'm under. And then these are the stories. And they actually make you create covers for each one. So the Case of Unfinished Business, from right to left, the Case of Unfinished Business, A Case of Unfinished Business is the first one, the new one up. And then Stranger Than Fiction, Investigations, The Geometry of Family, The Lady of the Lighthouse, Haunt You Later, and Walt Gaines. And again, I'm going to be reading you guys the first episode of each of these over the next few weeks. I want to get all these finished. I want to get all the first episodes read to you, though, before the holidays come up. That way, if you guys want, you can kind of pull them back, or you can, read them all at once during a stressful family gathering or anything like that. I've also got a couple of other new stories, Sorcerers for Hire and The Spider Queen. So I'm very excited about those too. They were for a recent competition. I didn't make the deadline. I missed it by about 30 minutes. But I love the story so much, I put them up anyway. Hold on just 1 second. Let me go in and let me see if I can actually show you. The cover design. Okay. Can I show you the cover design? Maybe. Well, kind of sort of like that. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but oh else. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Now, funny enough, I actually also ended up putting in Walt Gaines and Haunt You Later. I ended up putting their covers in to the Art of Magic art show. So I'm actually pretty skippy about that. And then, hold on here. Okay. Haunt You Later. It was really neat though. That I think that's one of my favorite things of putting up on Tapas is that they actually make you go in and make a cover, with the title and the font and your byline on it and everything like that. Oh, and speaking of bylines, I actually have my first ever byline in today's Witch magazine, and I will be talking about that much later. But anyway, that's the cover for Haunt You Later. Okay. Here we go. And then, of course, Lady of the Lighthouse. And now the Lady of the Lighthouse, her 3 books are going to be Lady of the Lighthouse, McGower's Lighthouse, Lady of the Lighthouse, Mermaid's Tale, and Lady of the Lighthouse, Siren's Song. And I would love it if you guys would weigh in on whether you would like to see the same cover with just different titles or a different image on each of the 3 books. Because I do have 2 more stained glass mermaid pieces to go with this that actually go with the story, but I'm not sure if I should put those on as covers or not. So please tell me in the comments. Let me know, what you would like to see. Because it all factors in. Okay. And again, I apologize. My throat is just really drying out. And then Stranger Than Fiction Investigations, The Geometry of Family. And that will be chopped into 3 parts, at least. Maybe more. Never know. Anyways, so that's what's been going on over on my side of the fence. Let me know what's going on with you guys. I will be back with... And of course, please go to Tapas, go to Alicia's desk, and please read them and subscribe to the ones you like. Comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think, tell me how it's going. Just start a conversation. All right. Now let me stop sharing. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I've got a lot more projects I'm working on, both fiction and nonfiction, and it's actually been really awesome this year on that front. I don't like the fact that 2 falls in a row, fall and winter are my favorite seasons. And for 2 falls in a row, all my plans have gone awry. They have just completely fallen through. So this fall coming up, it is my goal to have everything pre-recorded for fall. That way I can just put out pre-records, and no matter what life throws at me, you guys will still, everything will still keep going. And then hopefully around Christmas, my life will straighten out because, yeah, for the last 2 falls running, good Lord, I barely was able to get my kid to a pumpkin patch one time. That's ridiculous. He loves pumpkin patching, and I love taking him. Oy. All right. So, yeah, falls have been crazy. And this year coming up, I'm not making any plans. The only plans I've got are going to be hanging out with my kid and making sure I have all my crap together beforehand. So yeah, wish me luck. All right. Loves to you all. Mwah. I'll talk to you again soon, and there will be a story coming up soon. If you want in the comments, let me know which of those stories you want to hear first. Well, first episode first. All right. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Spotify. Mwah. Oh, you can also find me on the Alicia's Desk YouTube and on TikTok, sort of. I've got to log back in. Thanks, guys. Love you all, and happy Christmas, happy Yule, happy holidays, season's greetings, all of it. I love the season. Christmas season is my favorite. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.